Imagine uncovering a device from thousands of years ago that could track the movements of the sun and planets, or finding remnants of engineering so precise that even today's tools struggle to replicate them. From the deserts of Iraq to the mountain temples of Peru, these ancient technologies continue to challenge our understanding of history. Today, we uncover the top 10 ancient technologies that were far ahead of their time. Mysterious, brilliant, and still baffling modern science. The Antikythera Mechanism, Greece. Discovered in 1901 from a shipwreck off the Greek island of Antikythera, this bronze device sat in silence on the ocean floor for nearly 2,000 years. When cleaned and studied, archaeologists found something shocking: a mechanical computer with more than 30 bronze gears. Built around 100 BCE, the Antikythera mechanism was used to predict solar and lunar eclipses, model the positions of the 5 known planets, and even track the ancient Olympic Games cycle. Its precision and complexity rival that of 18th century clockwork. What's even more mind-blowing is that this level of gear technology seemingly disappeared for over 1,000 years. The question remains, who built it, and where did this knowledge come from? Despite numerous theories, including lost schools of science and Hellenistic genius, we still don't fully understand how such advanced knowledge existed or vanished. 2. Damascus Steel, Middle East. Used between 300 AD and 1700 AD, Damascus Steel was famed for its strength, flexibility, and razor-sharp edge. Warriors from the Middle East and beyond sought these blades for their ability to cut through other metals, even rock. The steel was made using a mysterious forging process involving woot steel from India. The result? Blades with beautiful wavy patterns that were also practically indestructible. Modern metallurgists trying to replicate the process have found traces of carbon nanotubes and nanowires, microscopic features only recently explored by today's scientists. How did ancient smiths achieve this without microscopes or electricity? Was it a fluke of trial and error, or did they know more than we think? The original techniques are now lost, possibly due to changes in ore sources or secrecy passed down through generations that eventually ended. 3. Roman concrete, Rome. Concrete is everywhere today. Yet most modern mixes deteriorate over time, especially in salt water. So why do Roman structures like the Pantheon or coastal harbors still stand after 2 millennia? The secret lies in their formula, a mix of volcanic ash, quicklime, and seawater. When exposed to water, the mix forms rare crystals called altobramerite, which strengthen the concrete over time. Unlike modern Portland cement, scientists have studied core samples from Roman piers and found that the concrete actually heals itself, with cracks filling in thanks to ongoing chemical reactions. It's a blend of chemistry and craftsmanship that we're only now starting to appreciate, and one that could hold the key to future eco-friendly, long-lasting buildings. 4. Ancient drilling techniques, Egypt. Granite is one of the hardest stones on Earth, yet the ancient Egyptians carved it with astonishing precision. At sites like Abu Rosh, Giza, and the unfinished obelisk in Aswan, researchers have found evidence of tube drilling, a method that leaves behind spiral grooves identical to modern diamond-ticked rotary tools. These marks are too deep and fast to have been made with basic copper tools, even with sand as an abrasive. Some holes are perfectly circular and smooth. Did the Egyptians possess high-speed tools? Or did they harness a lost form of mechanical energy? Perhaps a bow drill powered by water or counterweights? No definitive answers exist, but the evidence challenges our assumptions about what tools ancient builders really had. 5. Baghdad Battery, Iraq. In 1938, German archaeologist Wilhelm Koenig discovered several clay jars near Baghdad. Each jar contained a copper cylinder with an iron rod inside. When filled with acidic grape juice or vinegar, the jar could generate about 1 volt of electricity. These artifacts date back to the Parthian period, 150 BCE to 223 CE. While there's no written explanation for their use, some believe they were primitive batteries. Theories range from electroplating small objects in gold or silver to spiritual or medicinal purposes. If they were truly used as power sources, that would make them some of the earliest electrical devices in human history. Modern reconstructions have proven they can generate current, but the mystery of their original purpose remains. 6. Incan Stone Masonry, Peru. At sites like Sacsayhuaman and Ollantaytambo, massive polygonal stones, some weighing up to 120 tons, fit together with such precision that no mortar was needed. The stones have dozens of faces and match each other perfectly. How did the Incas transport these stones from quarries miles away, across mountainous terrain, without wheels or draft animals? Some theorists suggest that they used stone-softening herbs, but no evidence has confirmed this. Others believe it was the result of generations of detailed chiseling. Even modern engineers admit they would struggle to replicate such work without digital mapping and cranes. The purpose behind the complexity may have been to make the structures earthquake-resistant, something that has worked for centuries. 7. Greek fire. Byzantine Empire. Imagine a weapon that could not only burn on water, but also stick to surfaces and reignite even underwater. That was Greek fire, a secret incendiary weapon used by the Byzantine Navy from the 7th century onward. Deployed through pressurized siphons, it terrorized enemy ships. The exact formula was a state secret known only to the emperor's inner circle. Some modern researchers suggest it may have included petroleum, quicklime, sulfur, or pine resin. Whatever the formula, it worked, and its success protected Constantinople from sieges for centuries. Despite centuries of warfare, the recipe was never leaked. Even today, chemists haven't recreated a mixture that behaves exactly the same. 8. Nazca Lines, Peru. The Nazca Lines are a series of massive drawings etched into the desert floor of southern Peru. Created between 500 BCE and 500 CE, they include figures of animals, plants, and geometric shapes, some stretching hundreds of meters long. What makes them astonishing is that they can only be fully seen from the air. Yet there is no evidence the Nazca people had access to flight. Some scholars believe the lines served ritualistic or astronomical purposes, aligning with solstices and constellations. Others think they were part of water cults or pathways for processions. To create such vast and proportionate artwork, the Nazca likely used rope grids and surveying tools, but the reason for doing so on such a massive scale remains a mystery. 9. Chinese Earthquake Detector, China. Nearly 2,000 years ago, Chinese polymath Zhang Heng invented an earthquake detector known as a seismoscope. It featured a large bronze urn with 8 dragon heads, each holding a ball. When an earthquake occurred, a ball would fall into a corresponding frog's mouth, indicating the direction of the tremor. The remarkable part? It worked. In one recorded instance, the device detected a quake that was felt hundreds of kilometers away, even before it reached the capital. Modern scientists have tested replicas and found them reasonably accurate at sensing directional seismic activity. Zhang Heng's device demonstrates a level of mechanical understanding rarely credited to ancient civilizations. 10. Harappan Plumbing Systems, Indus Valley. Dating back to around 2600 BCE, the Harappan civilization built some of the most advanced urban centers of the ancient world. Cities like Mohenjo-Daro and Harappa featured public baths, underground drainage, wastewater removal, and even private toilets, all connected to a centralized sewer system. The level of planning in street layout and sanitation rivals that of some modern cities. What's more, these cities were built without obvious signs of royal palaces, temples, or centralized rulers, suggesting a highly organized and possibly egalitarian society. Even today, some modern cities lack such integrated infrastructure. These ancient technologies raise profound questions. How did such sophisticated knowledge arise in times we consider primitive? What other breakthroughs have been lost to time, buried beneath sand, stone, or sea? Perhaps the most advanced civilizations are not only ahead of their time, they are lost in it. Let us know in the comments which ancient innovation impressed you most. Subscribe for more mysteries from the past that still shape our future. Until next time, stay curious.